Hey everybody, welcome to Built and Field Tested with Matt and Xan from Bartels Construction Solutions. Today's a little bit of a special episode. Matt and Roger got back yesterday from World of Concrete in Las Vegas. We wanted to get some of the World of Concrete content out because it's been a lot of years that we've been attending the show as a company. Annually, I think we've had someone there for how many years has it been?
I think 3 or 4 years.
I wanted to interview Matt briefly here about some of the things he saw, some of the experiences, and generally what the show is all about. Because I think a lot of you have heard about it. Not many of us have been. There's a decent bit of resources being spent on this and time with a few of the folks. So I guess first question for Matt is, how do you handle the spectacle of the show that's out there and give everyone the snapshot of what it's really like?
The way the show is structured, right, if you kind of remove the Las Vegas part out of it, because Las Vegas is kind of nuts. It's a lot of fun. It's a big playground out there. But yeah, the show is large. It's probably one of the largest conventions that happens. I looked it up. Last year was like 60,000 people attended. So that's huge. I mean, it's big. That fills up a football stadium, right? A big football stadium. It's a big thing, and it's nationwide. It's also worldwide. And then you see a lot of people from other countries. I met a few people from Europe and a few people from South America, a few people from Central America that I met there. There's two parts of it, right? They got a show floor that's an expo floor, and at Sales Centric, there's 3 big halls at the convention center in Las Vegas. I think there's 4 big halls, but there's 3 big ones that this thing fills up. And it's pretty dang impressive. And these are big rooms. They're full of concrete pumps. They're full of concrete trucks. They're full of laser screeds and curb machines and dump trucks and work trucks. It's everything you've ever seen, plus some different formwork systems. There's a rebar section that has new rebar tools. It also has rebar manufacturing equipment. It has rebar bending equipment. There's outside exhibits in the parking lots where they have active demonstrations of excavators and screed tools and finishing tools and saw cutting tools and drilling tools, and everything is going on, and it's kind of like drinking from a fire hose.
Even competitions.
They got the masonry. They call it the Bricklayer 500. They had this masonry competition where these guys have like an hour to lay as many brick as they can, and they get graded on the speed and the quality. It's awesome. It's like a sporting event. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. There's that piece, and then there's also the coursework piece, which I really enjoy, because you go into these things and you always come out of there with 3 or 4 really good ideas, something you want to bring back to the company and implement. My classes were a financial strategy class, an estimating and bidding class, and then some other leadership development kind of classes.
So very targeted to your job functions here.
Yeah, it was great
for what you do every day.
And Roger did some similar classes, and Christian was with us there. He's coming home today. Today's Friday. He stayed an extra day because he got ACI certified as a concrete finisher, which is really cool. It was a 2-part achievement. Yeah, it was really cool. And it kind of puts him at an entry-level ACI certification, and then the next time he'll be able to bump up and get the next level and keep going. That kind of ties back to what we talk about with people development and company culture and continually improving. It's great.
And what Christian's classes were, so they're targeted to his job duties too. He had a field communication class, right?
Yeah, he had a field communication class. He started with us as a laborer, and now he's a superintendent. He moved through that foreman to superintendent situation, and there was a class that it's called like a laborer to leader, right?
That's exactly lays out his path.
Yeah, and it lays out the steps and the processes. We talked about the class, and to do so much that hit home with him was great.
How do you focus in the face of the show as a whole and really target what's best for BCS? Because it's easy at the end of the day, it's a sales show, and most of the companies there are there to sell you their product, and their product may not be best for us. But how do you focus on what's best for BCS in the face of the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, for me, what I looked at, and in my seat, right, I kind of walked around that show one afternoon through my eyes, and then I walked around one afternoon with Christian through his. It's 2 different things you're looking for. But I looked at trade organizations. I looked at ACIs there, and there's the American Concrete Contractors Institute was there. So I was American Concrete Contractor Association. I was pretty impressed with those guys. A couple of the educators that I had classes from were very involved with that. So I spoke to them about it and some stuff we're looking into. And what those organizations do for me is they're national organizations. So you can go talk with other people that are doing what you're doing, but they are not your competition. You can be very candid. You can talk about what's really going on.
Yeah, there's trends and
Yeah, all kinds
so
of things. That's cool, and that helps us grow. Also, I spent a good bit of time looking at the software and looking at the technology just because all that's happening so fast. Everybody was there, Procore, Fieldwire, and Sage, and everything that's going on is there, and they're ready to give you their elevator pitch. And
take their pitches and put them right beside each other. Within 1 minute of hearing one, you can hear the next one and the next one.
yeah, it's pretty nice. And there's some cool gadgets out there with the technology. I mean, there's these GPS measuring tools now that you could tie into your phone, go around a job site, and it'll do measurements for areas, and those up with your linear measurement.
Does elevation too.
Elevation, right? So it'll tell you, that this curb is this much higher than the paving or whatever else. Is cool. And that's all stuff we're going to look at, probably invest in some of it. And then going through the show from Christian's eyes too was interesting because he's looking at like the rebar guns we have, the tie rebar. We've had those several years now, and the new tools that are out, they're different, but they're the same tool, but they've advanced. That's amazing. And Christian's like, yeah, those are newer, and like they do something different. And it's a cool thing. It ties into our culture.
Well, that's the elevation and innovation. So you have to go to events like this or to really be aware of what innovation's happening in the industry. So it's exciting. I mean, every time I've been, I come back and you have a little bit of vigor when you come back in.
Yeah, you get a little energy shot and get excited about bringing back what you've learned and implementing it here. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah. So I guess the last couple of things was just managing Vegas in general. So you guys had a lot of camaraderie out there, a lot of time wills between you, Roger, and Christian. That's important. So you have to manage Vegas professionally and personally and through the show.
Yeah, it was great. We had a lot of great dinners together, a lot of great time that we were able to just be together, build some bonds. And that's part of what that's about too, is removing ourselves and getting into a headspace that's a little bit different and draw on the energy. There's certainly plenty of energy in Las Vegas.
Yeah, the whole time. Well, it makes it easy to talk to each other, and it's not all about work necessarily.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I guess that covers most of it. Biggest thing for anyone listening is if you have questions or want to hear more about what everyone saw or heard or the newest, coolest thing, I'm sure Matt, Roger, or Christian would be happy.
We'll be taking kind of a summary. Our next company bi-yearly meeting, we'll talk about it, some of the stuff we saw, we learned, and there's definitely some things that we're going to put into the company that came from this conference this week, and it's going to help us elevate, help us be better.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for listening. We'll be back next time and we'll have a new topic for you.
Appreciate it.